Glyn,
Yes.
if I was to ask you what your favourite number was
Yeah.
between, say, 15 and 27,
Yeah.
and in fact, I am asking you that.
Okay, ask me, yeah.
What is your favourite number between 15 and 27? Make sure you consider it.
Yeah. My favourite number
Between 15 and 27.
between 15 and 27.
Not 15 or 27, but
Okay.
between them.
Oh, okay. 16.
Well, that's convenient because this is episode 16 of the More Than Mostly Comedy podcast.
It is! Oh! Genius.
Genius. Well, I wouldn't say genius,
No,
just
not
sort
genius.
of something that happened.
It happened,
really.
yeah.
As I say, this is the episode 16 of the More Than Mostly Comedy podcast. Thank you for pressing play on iTunes, or if you're on Feedly or so, wherever you. Just thank you for listening.
Feedly? What's that?
Isn't that what we're on?
I think so.
This is awkward. We won't talk about it now. We'll check it afterwards. Tonight we have interviews with Luke Benson and Sean Hughes, which
Yes.
took place on tonight's Mostly Comedy, which is the 10th of December 2014.
Wow, nearly Christmas.
Nearly Christmas. We're going to start now with the interview with Luke Benson. He's a guy who's played Mostly Comedy in every venue we've ever really done it. Well,
That's right, yeah.
That might be a lie.
Apart from the first one.
Yeah.
He joined us, I think, in our second venue.
Yeah, and after that he's played Edinburgh and London
Yeah.
and Hitchin and everywhere in between. Not everywhere in between, because that's a lot of places.
Yeah.
But he's a lovely act. He's a very tall man, and he's going to talk to you now. He's not going to talk to you, just going to hear it. Just Luke Benson. Oh, and before it starts, just to let you know, just to give you a bit of a backstory, I was having a little bit of an issue with a certain item of furniture in this interview. It should be self-explanatory. So here we go, Luke Benson. I'm not happy with this chair, but I'm going to ride it out.
Do you want to swap chairs?
No, it's all right. It's fine. I know my
It
state.
Is it 'cause I'm
plays
higher
with
up?
the power struggle.
It's just because I'm higher up.
You're higher up, and it's just very wide.
This is my chair. I like this chair.
Is the chair
You can
wide
swap.
or are you narrow?
I am
think
quite.
if
a
I
narrow
sat in
man.
the chair, it wouldn't be it wouldn't be a wide chair.
Yeah.
I've got.
And that seems like a perfect
size.
point to start.
Yes, we've started.
We're here with Luke Benson, sat in a room above the theatre,
Philosopher.
talking about how
Chairs.
narrow we are.
And how narrow you are and wide
Yeah.
I am.
I wanted to ask you, I sort of got the impression when I've seen you and stuff, that you might have been sort of the funny kid at school. What was the point that made you decide you wanted to do comedy? What was the route to it?
I'd been like the funny one. I think it was because I had a group of mates who were really, what would I say? They had different powers. Like,
Right.
A couple of them were just like really good-looking dudes, and one of them was like an incredible dancer who was a proper gym rat.
Right.
But, well, so that, and
Right.
then so like sort of later on, I'd do that. Yeah, so I was I guess that was my power. I guess, yeah.
A quite
So-
nice way of putting it. So that your superpower was basically that.
Yeah,
you were the funny one.
I defeated low-level Z-list villains.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then I met a comic at a party who presented on Quiz Call, like sort of late night. It's red and it's a fruit. What is it? No, it's not an apple. Call in £2 a minute.
Right.
He
Yeah.
did that with a girl who I lived with, and I was like a guy who's never had sex, or someone who should really join the army, but they're just a fighty prick in your town.
Right, yeah.
I was like that with comedy, where I just sort of aggressively funny people, and they went, "No, mate, you should probably do stand up, yeah." And it was Milo McCabe, who was great, and then I did the Moose course after that, and that was my comedy started.
Okay.
Right.
Did
So you
you
did a
do
course.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
did a course.
Was it just when you are sort of seen to be the funny kid? Did you feel the pressure to then actually live up to that when you actually went from the transition to just being a funny kid with a group of friends to being a stand-up? I mean, obviously you
Not
did a
really.
course, but no.
I think it's such a different thing.
Yeah.
Just really enjoyed it. I'd loved stand-up. Loved comedy. That was a big sort of thing that I would do with my parents, and that was watch. Have I got news for you and stuff. I always enjoyed it.
Right.
And so yeah, it was great to do it. I think there's just a different. It's an entirely different experience. It's like, oh, brilliant! I can do jokes, and people laugh at those jokes. Outstanding. As opposed to, there's a very different motivation to saying it when you're saying it like with your mates to when you do it with your audience.
Yeah.
They're both a lot of fun and rewarding.
Do you find it easy or hard because with us there's two of us, so we can sort of motivate each other, but for you have to sort of self-motivate. Do you find that
Gemini
easy?
though, mate.
Oh right, okay.
Bobby left brain's going, come on mate, do some jokes. Bobby right brain's like, oh, come on, I've just bought Fight Night for the Xbox. Come on, get your 20 down.
Yeah.
I don't know, I'm
happens.
obsessed with quantifying things, so I'll
Right.
do it. But the best jokes I've had have just happened to me generally, or they've come over the process of building hours and stuff like that. Things
Yeah.
that I think are great.
Who are your comedy heroes then? Who are the people that you, when you were sort of growing up and you were watching comedy, you said you love comedy? Like,
I think before I started doing it, would be, well, Bill Bailey and Dylan Moran really were like the first ones that I watched. I watched before I started doing comedy. I think there was a point where I was suitably. I think there's a point. Trying to think what it'd be. It would be like the break-even point on a graph. It would be like the break comedy of morale and time. So I'd sort of dip to a point.
I think we might need some graph paper to
In my beginnings in London, where I was like, all I was doing was I was listening to Monster, which is sort of Dylan Moran's first 80-minute album, and it's one of the greatest bits of stand-up I've ever heard in my life. And I'd watch Bill Bailey DVDs of Vic and Bob when I come in. So Vic and Bob definitely, sorry, can't believe I forgot them. But Vic and Bob and Bill Bailey and Dylan Moran really. Follow Ted's usual stuff.
yeah.
Have you gigged with any of those people that you really?
I've gigged with Dylan Moran.
Right.
What have I done? I've been on like way earlier in a bill than Bill Bailey.
Yeah.
Nice.
I've gigged with Vic and Bob. I saw Vic and Bob.
Right.
And I gigged with Johnny Vegas.
Right.
The other week because he's back, and that was like brilliant.
I was wondering if he might be.
So he's back doing stand-up.
Yeah, he's back doing stand-up, and he's trying to do it in a way in keeping with our age,
right?
In a sustainable way, because he was very much the 90s, burn all the fossil fuels, and by fossil fuels I mean boats.
Yeah.
So he's just trying to see if he can do it and be super funny, not smashed.
Oh right.
Because he'd go on stage in this sort of ball of alcohol, fire, adrenaline, and eviscerate the stage and just sort of. But yeah, he was great. I was in Nottingham with him, and that was super.
Cool.
Right.
So yeah, so I've gigged with a few of them, and that was a proper sort of. I'm meeting one of my heroes here.
Yeah.
How I don't want to be a dick.
Yeah.
I'll not get a photo with them and all that.
Yeah. You're normally the one who wants a photo.
I'm normally the one who just said, "Can I have a photo?" Yeah.
Oh, right. No, we can't do that, Glyn. Because it
I was-
completely undoes
Can I have that?
everything
Yeah.
we've done.
I was really reserved. I gave him a good few people to get in touch with about gigs in
Right.
London because he moved to London, and then I got home and I saw that the headliner had a photo.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, whatever. I'll work with him again hopefully. So.
And it's nice. Is it nice that sort of personal sense where you sort of tick it off and go, "Well, I've done that now. That's the thing that I never thought." I'd...
Yeah, certainly. Because you get little the odd like landmark moment, don't you? Where it's like, right, well, I've played to this number of people, or I've done this number of gigs, or someone's elected to pay me this much for a gig, or I've gigged in this country, or your first sellout, stuff like that.
Yeah.
All little.
One for me, last month we had John Thompson here, and which was amazing.
Yeah.
One of our absolute heroes. And,
brilliant.
We managed to get him to do Bernard Wright on. I sort of sent two emails and said, "Would you
I was
mind?"
about to say I would have come down if I'd have known he was doing Bernard Wright. So.
But it was just the most surreal thing because there I was introducing him. And bear in mind, I used to watch like Live and Lewd when I was about 12, something like that, And there I am introducing a fictional character that I never thought I'd have any sort of contact with.
Yes.
And like before he went on, he was saying to me, if you could just say that, I used to be racist and sexist, but I've sort of, I've changed my ways. And it's like, you don't need to tell me this because I've heard Steve Coogan say it like so many times. So it's a real sort of bizarre moment, particularly with that, because it's nice when you work with a lot of comics you really like, and he is amazing, and it's great to have him here. But it's even more surreal when it's sort of a character that you never thought you'd have any connection with.
It's never something we sort of planned out. We never started Mostly Comedy thinking we'll end up booking John Thompson. We started Mostly Comedy thinking we might meet some comedians, but he's not someone who does a lot of gigs, so you kind of go,
yeah,
that's
of
quite
course,
nice.
certainly probably not as that character as
No,
well, and all
no.
that, and his involvements
So it was
pulled
really
away from comedy on it, but
and he's just sort of coming back into it again now. But it's just again the kid inside goes, this is amazing. And it's those things I think when you're not making money or whatever, it's not going so well. You think we've got to hold on to those moments because those are the things that.
Here's the thing that I'd put to you: you were good for booking people who might not be #1 sellers, but they're bloody Radioheads or whatever it is. Do you know what I mean? Sean Hughes, who's on tonight, he would have been. He's one of the people who I grew up watching and laughing at. You know, on Nevermind the Buzzcocks and Mark Lamar and all them. So you've had him. You have Tony Lowe. I've done here with him, I think. Is that right?
He's not done here actually.
No, we have tried to book him recently.
Phil Kay, you know, he's blew me napper first time I saw Phil Kay.
Yeah. Same for me. I remember us having that conversation.
Norman Lovett, you've had him, haven't you?
Lovett, we had Stuart Lee a few months ago.
Yeah, exactly.
Richard Herring.
Richard Herring was nice.
It's exciting because you think, well, who can we get next? You know, and it's just about booking people you want to see. That's the thing. And like you say, you know, they may not necessarily. Yeah, and that's why you're here. And you get, you know,
nicely done.
Yeah, you see. And actually, saying that, I always remember. I think the first time you did mostly comedy for us in Edinburgh, and I don't know if did you done Hitchin before? I don't know if you remember. I seem to think that we met. Oh no, we did a gig.
We did Peace Brown Race, didn't we? To about 12 people
in Camden.
The
somewhere.
thing, the Black Heart.
That's right.
Yeah.
But I just remember you in that room in Edinburgh, just totally storming it, you know, and it just being the moment we go, oh, he's good. He's someone we, you know. So
that is the sound of the panto. If you
there is a bit of dramatic
there wasn't
stuff.
An impending note where they were like, "What's all gone wrong since then, Benson?"
Yeah. And they all died. Yeah, we better do a disclaimer before this podcast to explain all the noise.
The background noise of adult pantomime. That's what it is downstairs.
Yeah. So, how many Edinburgh shows have you done now? How many hours?
I've done 3 solo hours.
Right.
Backseat Hero, which sounds like an adult panto. Legendary Feat, and Luke Benson makes something of himself.
We saw
only the first one, I think.
First
actually.
In the igloo.
Yeah.
Inflatable igloo.
Yes.
Yeah, we saw that one.
Which is the one about the taxi driver.
Yeah. I love that. It was good.
Could you explain that in very brief terms? What the sort
of course. I was in a road accident that led to me being stalked by the person who I was driven into. I crashed into a taxi driver. As a result of a collision, we became mates, and then not mates. It's classic Marvel work.
Yeah.
So he stalked me and did all manner of sort of low level or low intellect illegality, where he was trying to sort of scare me into giving him money, and so it was that around about my favourite 15 minutes that I could shoehorn in around the narrative, really. That's how I'd describe that. A really, really good story. 15 minutes of jokes that didn't really have any place.
But it was such a great story.
Was good,
How long after it happening did you actually do the show? Was it?
Well, it happened for a while.
Yeah.
It was quite a drawn out experience. So I think it was about 2 years. It had been quiet for a year because I started talking about it at the time because I thought it would be so weird if I'd need to have something. So those gigs were very uncomfortable because I was just talking full of fear that you might have been there, and I hadn't put any jokes, and I was so panic stricken, just being like, "What's the response? Get jokes about this horrible thing." So that was the first one. And it was great. So it's super handy. It's really nice. I did some gigs in. I was abroad basically, and I went, so who's on first? Because the show is broken up into 2 35-minute sections, and also who's on first? You've got like a local act and a compere, and then no, you'll be doing 2 35-minute sections. All right, well I will not be sightseeing this afternoon, and just went to the digs and had a look through how I worked, and it was basically just the story of it worked perfectly for 40 minutes of comedy.
It was
good times.
Yeah. So are you going up to Edinburgh next year? The standard question. Do you know yet?
I don't know yet. Part of me is like, I definitely don't think I'll do the full run. I just met up with somebody who was like, do a week.
Right.
You can do a week. You can see everybody. They'll think that you're up there for the whole month.
Yeah.
And the illusion needn't be broken, and you can just do like a best bits or a work in progress, and you're out of the judge's radar.
Yeah.
And and I can just have a really nice time and still be up there and see everybody and go and see stuff.
Yeah.
Because I'm just trying to sort out all that stuff this coming year.
Right.
That's the plan.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
What would you like to do next? Where do you see yourself going? It's an open-ended question.
It is, yeah. It's hugely open-ended. What comedically? I'd say.
Yeah.
Well, I'd really like to be writing for stuff.
Right.
So one of the things is I'm trying to get a sitcom written.
Right.
Which, when I say try and do, I mean I need to just clear some time in my diary where I can sit and write it out and do all that around gigging and all the other stuff.
Yeah.
And just really push that and try to get in there and continue to grow as a live act.
Yeah.
You know, I'm sort of closing for a lot more venues now, and that's sort of what happens there really, and get to go around and about more and just do more fun gigs, continue to refine what I do. I was really proud of the hour I did this year. I thought it was great. It's like the best one I've done. There was no sad bit.
Yeah, right.
You know, there was no sort
I like a sad bit though. Sad bit's quite good sometimes.
Yeah.
When you say sad bit, you mean intentionally sad bit or bit where?
Well, I just mean like there was an element of tragedy built into the show. So the first show, I was talking about being stalked by a guy, so that's inherently wrought with fear and peril.
Yeah.
Second one, there was a bit where I lost a lot of vision in one eye.
Right.
As a result of overwork, essentially.
Right.
I wasn't tired and I poked myself in the eye. I got really bad with the flu. And this one was just like, no guys, I'm like properly trying to sort my life out, and it's super fun and positive.
Yeah.
It's like, I'd like to do more of this one, please. It was such a lot more fun.
Yeah.
There wasn't like a sort of, and now the dip.
Yeah, right.
Which I feel should be embraced in future shows.
Yeah. Well, on that note, we probably should end.
We should do, yeah.
Thanks for talking to us, Luke.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Cheers. So that was Luke Benson.
It bloody was and all. It definitely was. And it may not have sounded genuine when I said, but genuinely when we had him the first time, we had him in Edinburgh, which was a very big venue that we had, wasn't it? The Counting House, which is it was on the Free Fringe, but it was a big space, and we'd start about midnight, so it was sort of a rowdy, pissed audience, and he just always dealt with it really, really well.
He was brilliant. Yeah.
He's very good, which he still is.
He is.
It wasn't like he was.
He is brilliant. He was brilliant tonight as well.
Clever. I like the way you turn that round to your favour.
That's exactly what I meant.
It's very good. I'm struggling a little bit doing this podcast tonight.
Yeah.
It's sort of dairy-based thing. I ate a club. As in the chocolate biscuit club, just before we started. And it's just sort of clogged up my epiglottis.
See, I don't like a lot of chocolate on my biscuit.
Do you not?
No.
That was clever. Do you ever play the club game?
The club game?
Yeah, what you do is you take a word out each time of the song. So if you like a lot of chocolate on your biscuit, join our club.
Yes, I know. I haven't.
If you like a lot of chocolate on your biscuit, I've got the tune. It's very late.
I get what you're doing.
But what you do is you drop one word out. So just why don't you try it?
Okay.
Because I didn't explain it very well.
So I just sing a bit then.
Yeah, but do you know what you have to do?
You take out each word.
So if you like a lot of chocolate on your biscuit, join our club. If you like a lot of chocolate on your biscuit. No, you're doing the second line.
Second, sorry,
no, we're just committing to the first line. Let me just show you first.
Okay,
because you're just jumping in.
I'm sorry.
And it's a little bit irritating. If you like a lot of chocolate on your biscuit, join our club. If you like a lot of chocolate on your biscuit, join club. If you like a lot of chocolate on your biscuit, club, and so on.
Yes.
I'm forgetting the tune for some reason. You wouldn't believe that I'm actually a musician and stuff. Do you want to try it? Or
I'll have a go.
Now
I'm
or later?
Probably gonna I'll have a go now.
Have a go. And while you're doing it, I'm going to eat the other club that I've got here. I'm just going to open it out.
If you like a lot of chocolate on your biscuit, join our club.
Taking the paper off.
If you like a lot of chocolate on your biscuit, join our club.
No, that's wrong. You're just singing the song.
I know.
Wait,
I need to write it down. I can't.
No, don't write it down. That's weird. And I was just going to continue to audio describe my club experience.
Go for it. It looks good, actually.
I've opened it now. Could you maybe introduce the next one while I eat my club?
Yeah. So anyway, that was Luke Benson. Our next interview is with the fantastic Sean Hughes. We interviewed him once before.
It's an Orange Club.
In an Orange Club, it looks very good. And that was way back in. It was about this sort of time last year. I think November last year, 2013.
Sorry, I've left you on your own, really. I'm just
that's fine. I'm just riffing and talking nonsense. But basically,
it was just over a year ago.
Yeah. So this was nice. It was nice to catch up with him a year later.
Certainly was, and we're going to make it an annual event. He doesn't know this yet, but he's committed. It's in the diary.
Yeah.
So here we have Sean Hughes, and you were here, I believe, almost exactly a year ago.
Was it a year ago?
Yeah, I think it was last November.
Yeah, just something just over a year
Christ, I can't remember what material I did.
I don't think they'll remember either.
Right.
To be honest.
But this could be my last ever gig because
Really?
I drove here in diabolical circumstances. That was a bit dodge, and apparently there's worse weather on the way.
Is it due today? Is it actually the...
Well,
About the time that Sean finishes the gig.
That's why I wanted to do this
trying
now
to-
rather than before, because they said at midnight there's
Yeah.
60 mile winds.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's gonna be a lot of fun.
yeah. So
This could be the last
And I'm usually one of those people that goes, I'll bomb it down there just to get it out of the way. But
Yeah.
yeah,
and usually when you're going back from somewhere where you know where you're going, you can go faster.
Yeah.
But coming here, even on the motorway, 45, people beeping their horn at me.
yeah.
You're like, I just want to live. I don't want to die.
I promise,
Yeah.
if anything does happen to you, we'll make this very tasteful. How we,
I appreciate that.
We'll make it a nice tribute.
Just if you kind of make the adult panto a tribute to me,
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I'd appreciate
There is an adult panto that runs here in this theatre every
Yes.
year, and it's on at the moment. So that's We'll
In
make
fact,
sure.
the last interview we did today with Luke, we had a bit of adult panto in the background, didn't we?
Which was nice.
Yeah.
What? So has he been here all day then?
No, well, I say today, as in early, about 10 minutes ago. Yeah.
Right.
The show's just
But the show was just finished, so.
So, what have you been up to of late? Have you been on tour recently? Or?
I've been. I just finished the tour last week,
Oh, really?
but that was the second leg of Penguins.
Right.
So it's a bit weird. Like this is my second last gig of the year. I'm just weirdly I'm doing a gig in Antwerp on
Oh,
Saturday,
really? Right.
which is actually easier to get to than here because I just go to King's Cross and you're on a train,
Yeah,
Right.
that's
Oh,
true.
that's
and you
true.
get picked up in Brussels.
Yeah.
Nice.
But yeah, so it's always a bit weird after you do a tour because when you're doing 20, 30-minute sets, you're just picking and choosing bits and bobs. And I wrote a new show in the summer. Did you go to Edinburgh?
Not this
No,
year.
not this year, no.
No, see, I didn't either because I like my home comforts. But what I did was I did a 2 weeks work in progress in Soho Theatre.
Okay.
So I got a new show together, which will tour next September if I'm alive.
Nice.
Which we hope you will
Yeah.
be, obviously.
And that's called Mumbo Jumbo.
Okay.
So, and that's going to be about that daily battle in your brain between common sense and how Mumbo Jumbo tries to kind of take over.
Yeah.
And I'd love to do some of that tonight, but it's very convoluted. It's very hard to
Right.
get into.
Yeah, yeah.
So you end up doing bitty stuff when you're
Right.
doing a half hour.
Yeah.
But I am finishing tonight on a 3-minute musical,
Excellent.
Brilliant.
which is a new departure for me, called Aging.
Excellent.
What do you enjoy most? I mean, there's sort of very different things when you're doing your show and when you're doing a club set. Is there one you feel more comfortable in, or you enjoy more, or is it just?
Well, I like it when, because I remember the last one here, there was a lot of ad-libbing, and I like that, but that's not a guarantee.
No.
And some nights, like, you just don't feel like doing that. But I'd never go on autopilot.
Right.
I kind of, weirdly, I did a gig last week, another short set, and I didn't really put any effort into it. So even though I'm not feeling great today, I still ran the half hour I expected. Not that I'll remember it as it is, but I did run it.
Right.
So I'm not
Yeah.
going,
Yeah,
so what's your name?
Yeah.
What do you do for a living? You need to get me out of a hole here for a couple of seconds. So, but I tend to write a lot on stage as well. So working on ideas on stage is great fun as well.
Right.
Because if it ever becomes an office job, then I get really bored. But I just find, I love being on stage, but I kind of hate everything else about it. I hate waiting.
Yeah.
I hate driving to the places.
Yeah.
And when you're on tour, you've got a tour manager, which I had James.
Oh, of course, you had James. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, yeah.
And so you're getting picked up.
Yeah.
Even though he used to complain a lot because he had to drive from pitch. And I'm going, I don't care where you're there.
Yeah.
This is your job to pick me up.
Yeah.
But, so we just finished...
So was he doing all that leg with you that you've been doing recently?
Yeah,
Right.
just because I couldn't get the other guy. But no, he was good. But it's just because there's a lot to do in that show. There's lots of cues and stuff. So it's nice for a technician because a lot, like the guy that usually was with me, he's doing Stephen K. Amos at the moment, and he's enjoying it. But he does fuck all in the show.
Set up
He
a
just-
mic and
and goes
right.
like, let's try and keep him at the gay clubs at the end of the night.
Yeah.
Which we had that experience ourselves.
We had that
once,
exact
but
experience. Yeah, we were
weren't
invited, but it was too late for us, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Invited to a gay club or two?
Well, it was sort of
Just out, I think, generally,
You
yeah.
sort of have to be careful what you say in this instance.
Yeah.
But he compared a gig.
It was an
free.
awards thing, wasn't it? It was
Yeah.
a music awards thing that we were at.
And it got very, very messy. He was
Right.
very, and then we might have been part of that messy. If it,
Yeah.
So it's just one of those sort of experiences.
But you get to an age then where it's just not a good look, is it?
Yeah, that's the thing.
And
isn't
you
it?
both have kids, haven't you?
I've
Yes,
got
right.
charge, yeah. So
You
yeah.
want to start catching
Beyond
up
that.
then?
We need to
I'm
get-
a year older as
He's,
well.
he's
so
married now. See, I was married before him, and Dave was now married. So you are getting there very quickly.
I'm basically copying your life.
You are,
but slightly
yeah.
behind
Well, I
you.
think you're copying the way society has told you to lead your lives.
Yeah,
Could
true.
be that.
I'm
Yeah.
actually a maverick, and
Right.
I live on my own through choice.
Right.
And I'm not going down that marriage or kids route. So as I say on stage, I'm a maverick, a very
Yeah.
lonely maverick, because there's yin and yang to all of this.
Yeah.
But because I'm 49 now, so
Right.
like I don't want to be one of those. Like it's not that I don't like kids, but
Yeah.
it's what I'm doing this Christmas. Every second Christmas, I go away and just ignore Christmas totally.
Right.
But I kind of regret not going away. It's just like I can't even go to a supermarket because when you hear those Christmas songs, they really depress me.
Yeah.
But what I've done, I've got 2 dogs, and my neighbour, he's got a dog, and they're going away for Christmas, so I'm taking in his dog.
Okay.
So that I'm going to be in a
could be
house with 3 dogs.
Brilliant.
Excellent.
So that could be mayhem as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll distract you from the whole Christmas thing. That's good.
Well, I hope so,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
like one of the dogs is 20 now, so he just
Really, 20.
he just
Nice.
waits to die. So
Right.
he's not a great distraction.
But it's so enforced, isn't it? The whole thing is enforced. And
Dogs, no, it's a
No.
choice.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. No. I meant Christmas. But
Well,
yeah.
you know, like, do you like Christmas though?
No, not really.
I quite like it.
But now that you've got a kid, that just changes
Yeah,
everything.
it
Yeah.
has. I think. I mean, he's still. I've got to wait a few years until he actually knows what's going on, which
Yeah.
is a little bit irritating in some ways because you're kind of like, I've got to buy you presents,
Yeah.
but you're not going to appreciate them. You're just going to sit there and play with the paper. So why am I buying you presents?
See,
It's that kind of weird stage at the moment.
yeah, but some people, like, you know, they suffer from that. You know, I don't like when it's getting dark. It's not
yeah, yeah.
light until 8 o'clock now.
No.
And it's dark at 4 o'clock,
Yeah.
so you feel there's no day. But I don't like this time of the year because Halloween I despise, bonfires night I despise, it's my birthday in November,
Right.
I despise, Christmas I despise, and New Year's Eve I hate more than anything else.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
See, that's the one I actually like.
No,
The rest
I
of them
don't.
I find an effort, but I think there's actually something worthwhile and symbolic about New Year because it is, even if it is just another day in the year.
But will
really.
you go out then?
Not necessarily go out, but I just, if I do go out, I'd enjoy it rather than feeling forced to
Really?
enjoy it. Everything else, I feel like you have to be having a good time. And I
It's
suppose
funny
New
that
Year's a bit like
I
that,
think
but-
for me, New Year's the opposite. I always find it's the one letdown night of the year. It's the one night where you know it's going to be a disappointment.
Again, this is what, like I talked about in Penguins, is society again is telling on New Year's Eve at midnight you will be happy.
Yeah.
I don't care what mood you're in. You will kiss people.
Yeah.
You will dance with them.
Yeah.
And then, like, do they? Like, I know you've got your square here.
Yeah.
Is that where people go?
I don't
Not
really.
really.
No,
Not when I've
in the pubs.
yeah,
and the
just
sort-
pubs and
yeah.
stuff. But there is a sort of enforced happiness amongst the whole of the town.
But it's
obviously,
weird because but everyone always goes to squares.
Yeah.
Like, as if it's and people who
Yeah.
go to Trafalgar Square, like they're there.
to
There's
stand.
thousands of them, and like for a minute go hey, and then
Yeah.
go let's wait 5 hours for a
Yeah,
cab
exactly.
that are going to charge double.
Yeah.
I think the view of it's going to change for me because a couple of weeks ago I went up Big Ben.
So
So now there's that strange thing, and there's something quite. I mean, it actually was a really powerful experience because when you're on the inside, you go inside the clock face, you stand by the bell when it.
you didn't
chimes.
abseil up then. No.
I didn't do a Peter Duncan. I wasn't
Right.
doing it that way. But now I'm going to be aware of like the sort of, I don't know, the mechanics of it. I'm going to watch that picture and see Big Ben and think I've been up there and I know what happens there, and that I don't know whether that will make it easier. It
Is
gives me
this,
something to think
is this
about.
the first tourist thing you've ever been to?
Yes. No.
Right.
Yeah, but I think because it's such a landmark, and I just get overexcited.
I
about
know.
massive clocks.
I shared your excitement.
But you didn't go.
I didn't go, but I did kind of think I'd like to go and do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much did they charge you?
Not free,
It's free, but you have to go through your MP.
which was
Right, that's a bit
It's a bit long.
arsey, isn't it?
it was, and it was a bit of an effort. But and I looked around the House of Lords and the Houses of.
So how long did the whole process take then?
Well, the clock they time it, so you hear like the quarter of an hour chimes when you're in where the actual
No, but the
clock-
process of like
Oh, well, getting the thing
Yeah.
months because
Yeah.
they have to send an email at a certain hour to the Houses of Parliament to okay it. You then have to be checked for security things.
and you
It-
passed that.
Yeah, somehow.
Yeah, see, weirdly, I got my first Christmas card today, and it was like one of those printed ones from my local MP.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I think it's the same for us. The first one I got is from the church. Yeah, I just think for me because it was something a bit different to your standard sort of tourist thing, and it was free.
Yeah,
you know.
like weirdly when I'm on tour, I like going to visit football grounds that are empty. Doesn't have to be a
Right.
game on, and cathedrals when they're empty as well.
Right.
Usually, because you're in a town, and around 5 o'clock they tend to do choral practice, so you're just sitting there. But some churches won't let you in; they just say get out, which I find ridiculous.
Surely the whole
Yeah.
point of it is it's supposed to be a community thing where you
Yeah,
can go.
but they
That's
just
the-
the homeless. They just don't want the homeless there, do they?
That's the
what it
impression
is.
you're creating.
That's sure.
Did you see our church on the way up? You see?
I saw nothing. It was pitch black, and you've only got 4 lights in Hitchin.
Yeah, there are. They turn them all off at midnight as well. So in fact, when you leave, it'll be really dark.
Have they started doing that?
They do that, yeah. After midnight, that everything goes off. So
Right.
it
won't be a long set tonight then.
Yeah.
We'll give you a torch, a bit of thing.
It'll be fine.
We're going to have to sort of keep it fairly quick because
Yes.
it's nearly beginning of the show.
I was going to ask about briefly your podcast, because how are they going? Because I know you did the Off the Radar,
Yeah.
right? And then you've moved on to Under
Under
the
the
Radar.
Radar.
What's the reason for those two?
Because it's with a different person that I'm doing
I
it with.
see, right,
And I wanted to get rid of all of those ones. Because we tend to, like I'm sure it's the same as you, like, I do you just interview everyone who will come here?
As much as we can, yeah.
And then
see-
we'll do linking stuff around
Yeah.
it.
But
to sort of
I
put together.
kind of, I know when I know someone's going to be good on a podcast. So there's certain people that just I won't have on, like, you know,
Yeah.
women. That's a joke, obviously.
Yeah.
But it's very hard to find. But, like, I just want natural talkers, like,
Yeah.
you know. And it's weird, like, there's some comics, like, there's Joe Roundtree, I don't know if you know him. And like, he's not doing so great, but he's great on the podcast.
Right.
And he's been on about 3 or 4 times.
Right.
And but then, like, this is what I don't understand. Then he kind of got in touch and said, "Can I do the next one in character?" And I go, "Have we met?"
Yeah.
Of course, we're not doing it in character.
Yeah. We're a bit like that as well. I think
Yeah.
we like the whole just natural conversation
Yeah.
thing. I really don't want anyone to be trying to do their act or their
I remember
set
we
or
had that
anything.
with our friend Alex, who's Barry from Watford.
Right.
And he sort of initially really wanted to do it as a character. We said, well, no, we just want to really talk to you and
I
find
know.
out how you
Yeah.
got to what you do and just have a chat, because that's always the most interesting.
Oh,
thing.
absolutely. Yeah, I
Yeah.
just find it. So I'm just very careful with,
Yeah.
like, who would you say is very natural that I haven't used?
Well, let's.
Loads of people. I see you had you've used Joey Page quite a lot.
Yeah.
He's good. We
Yeah.
did a good interview. I
Always-
really enjoyed that interview.
Yeah.
Always turns up late though.
Does he?
Like,
It-
young
Oh, actually,
people.
We had him yesterday at Mostly Comedy in London. We did it at Leicester Square Theatre. He was on time,
Was he?
I think.
That was
Yeah, but he
possibly
was there
the
for
time.
the set, so he must have been
Yeah.
on time. But yeah,
Phil Kay was when he was.
yeah.
Every time he's been here, he's been really on form and he's been really easy to talk to. So he's a good one. And actually, you as well.
Well,
when we
I
Yeah.
take a Phil's podcast, what, 5 hours long?
Yeah, and we did an.
You're like changing hard drives and stuff just
Yeah.
to store it. 'cause
Yeah.
it just
But have
keeps
you
going.
ever got, like, really stumped and you're just going, if I'm a bit
Oh, yeah.
tired, I'm
Yeah,
going,
yeah.
I don't know what to
Yeah.
say
Yeah.
next.
And it's been a bit like that today, because you know you're sort of rushing, and if you're running a
Yeah.
night as well, you're setting everything
Yeah.
up, and you think, well, we haven't really thought about this. And if
Yeah.
you're
Well,
tired,
it's best. I
Yeah.
think, see,
I don't overthink it. I think
my
that's
only
probably good.
philosophy for interviewing, and it always was with radio, is I don't want to ask a question that I know the answer to.
yeah.
So it's a tricky one. So you don't
Yeah.
want to come in going, "What is it you do?" But you don't want to
Yeah.
go. So in
Yeah.
'94, didn't you fall over a banana?
Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
know the story, like,
Yeah.
you know.
I tell you a great one, Norman Lovett. He's a very easy person to talk to because he'll sort of lead it for you, and he's got lots of interesting stories.
But you ever
and-
because we do 2 formats, like one-on-ones,
Yeah.
with the bigger acts, and then just get 2 people, and what, like, where our little secret is, we pretend we've a professor in.
Right.
So that just starts a conversation. He doesn't tell me what it is, so I just
Okay.
read it, and he'll say, you know, Professor Watson's in, and
Right.
he's talking about sleep deprivation,
Right.
and you say to the comic, do you have problems sleeping? And then you're into
Right.
a subject, and I like it to be as spontaneous as
Yeah,
you can
yeah.
in that sense.
And we've had a
Good
few
idea.
where it's just not really happening, and then you are resorting to the questions you've written down, and it just feels very stilted. Not many,
Yeah.
to be honest.
No,
And it's been really valuable for
But
us
you
because
got to chew each other to back each other up, though.
it
don't
helps,
you?
doesn't it? I suppose, yeah. Because if one of us goes, "What the hell are we going to say now?" The other one normally has picked up something, so you kind of go, "Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fine."
And you edit as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we don't do any edit.
We don't
Oh,
do too much. The interviews
don't
as they
edit the
are
interview.
don't tend to stay as
Yeah.
they are. We might
But
cut
you've
a
got
bit
this
out.
fancy equipment, you know,
Yeah.
with editing facilities.
Yeah,
add dinosaurs in and
yeah.
all sorts of
Sound effects and
things.
things.
But yeah, no, I definitely agree with you. That's definitely the way to do it. And also for us, because we run a night, and often we never really speak to the acts. You're just doing the sort of admin,
Yeah.
get here at this time, and you're on at this time. But actually, by having the podcast, we actually get to have a chat. And,
Yeah, no, I like to do them after the show because I'm a
Yeah,
bit
yeah.
more
Yeah.
wired, but I just know with the weather, I just
We
have
would-
to
No,
dance.
it's,
Yeah.
it's a wise move.
Oh yeah. No.
We probably should end there
That
because it shows
should
at the
be-
start. But
yes.
thank you. For
Yeah,
talking
sorry
short.
for it being
Thanks.
so weather Pacific.
That's
No,
all
it's
right. We'll put some sound effects. It'll be fine.
Great.
If you like a lot of chocolate on your biscuit, join our club.
That's right.
If you like a lot of chocolate on your biscuit, join club.
That's right.
If you like a lot of chocolate on your biscuit, join club.
No, you've done that one.
If you like a lot of chocolate on your biscuit, club.
Yep.
If you like a lot of club.
No, you're a bit previous there.
If you like a lot of chocolate on your club.
If you
like
like a lot of chocolate on... No.
Oh. It's Go again.
Start again.
If you like a lot of chocolate on your biscuit, join our club.
That's right.
If you like a lot of chocolate on your biscuit, join club.
Good.
If you like a lot of chocolate on your biscuit, club.
Yep.
If you like a lot of chocolate on your
Club.
club. If you like a lot of chocolate on club.
Yep.
If you like a lot of chocolate, club.
Yes.
If you like a lot of club.
Oh, home straight.
If you like a lot club. If you like a club. If you club.
Yep.
If club.
Yep.
Club.
But yes.
I did it.
You did it.
I did it.
It is 1:20.
Yes.
That was very good. And
Thanks.
I mean, I think if it's the only good thing about this is a free podcast.
True.
So thankfully, no one's paid any money
No.
to hear you do that.
So probably no one's listened to this point. And if everyone has listened to this point, well done.
Thanks for staying.
Well done.
It's good. There's one thing I'm slightly concerned about though, because when you upload these things to
Yeah.
iTunes, they do like a scan through them where they're looking for music that you don't own.
Yes.
So you have to pay PRS, which is a performance rights thing.
Yeah,
Somebody's written that song,
that's true.
and probably now we're going to owe the money.
A lot of money, because that's a lot of times.
A lot of chocolate on your
Club.
yeah.
Yeah.
Should we do? No, we won't do it again. Thanks for listening to this episode of the More Mostly Comedy Podcast. Thanks also for putting up with us doing that little sort of indulgent chocolate-based thing that we did.
I
We
enjoyed it.
actually know someone who was in the advert for
We
that
do,
as well,
in fact.
don't
So that might mean that we don't have to pay any PRS, because he
We've got an
owns-
inroad.
Yeah, he sung a bit of the song. So,
He did,
you know,
yeah.
it was very
Glenn
nice.
Davis, his
Glenn
name
Davis.
is. He's a supporter of us and the director of many of our shows that we've
Yes.
done. So it's nice to mention him. Thanks,
And
Glenn.
star of the original club adverts. So.
Yeah, and Bear Behaving Badly. That's a whole other story.
Yeah.
As I say, thank you for listening to episode 16 of the More Than Mostly Comedy Podcast with Sean Hughes and Luke Benson. We say it every time, but make sure you check out our other podcasts. Lots of great interviews. Phil Jupitus, Richard Herring.
Yeah.
Another interview with Sean Hughes. You can compare and contrast with this one.
Yeah.
And lots of other people.
Lots of people.
And also come down some point and see Mostly Comedy yourself, for goodness sake.
Wherever you live in the world.
Staying there
Come to Hitchin.
at home
in Hertfordshire.
probably Hull or something.
Exactly, come
Not
to
coming
Hitchin.
to sit. Come to Hitchin.
To Hitchin.
It's well serviced on the trains.
Exactly, and you can drive. It's on the A1 off the M.
We presume you
sort of
can
M1.
drive.
You can, if you can drive.
Well, you've got the facility to learn to drive at the very least.
Learn to drive. Drive down the M1.
Yeah.
Come and see us.
Yeah, Junction.
Well, it's technically Luton, and then you have to kind of go from Luton.
It's actually easier to go on the A1.
Yeah, but do the
more
A1
direct.
actually. Yeah, it's better. It's better. to
Oh,
go
it
the
depends, unless you're coming from
A1. If
Luton.
you're coming from Luton, then go via Luton, and then you come on
Yeah.
the A60, whatever it is, 50 something.
If you're like, no, I'm not going to. We're very tired and very silly right now.
Yes.
Thank you for listening. See you around soon.
Love you.
Well, I wouldn't say love you, just sort of like you.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, presumably.
Bye.